Hi, I'm Faraz Javed, and welcome to this Emirates News Live Update. Here are the latest stories now. The Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Interior, Lieutenant General Sheikh Saif bin Zayed Al Nahyan, is the latest UAE official to receive the COVID-19 vaccine. Sheikh Saif tweeted a picture of himself as he was administered a dose last night. The Deputy Prime Minister also thanked the medical team and wished for everyone's safety. Now, in recent weeks, several UAE ministers have received the vaccine, which is developed by China's Sinopharm and is now in the third and final stage of clinical trials in the country. In fact, over 31,000 volunteers have already received the jab as part of the program. Officials say so far the vaccine has been found to be safe and effective. And that's why last month, the UAE approved for its emergency use on our nation's frontline workers who are at the highest risk of being infected with the virus. The UAE today announced 1,077 new cases of COVID-19, and the total number of active cases in the country stands at 6,811. The latest figures takes the total number of infections across the country to more than 117,000, and that's since the start of the pandemic here. The Ministry of Health and Prevention also announced 1,502 new recoveries, bringing that total to just over 110,000. Sadly, 4 new fatalities were also reported, which means the UAE's coronavirus death toll now stands at 470. With just less than a year to go for Expo 2020 Dubai, preparations are at full steam ahead to make the global event a success after it was delayed for a year due to the pandemic. The Minister of State for International Cooperation and Director General of Expo 2020 Dubai Bureau, Reem bint Ibrahim Al-Hashmi, recently visited the Dubai Police General Headquarters to discuss ways of cooperation between both entities. Al-Hashmi was welcomed by Lieutenant General Abdullah Khalifa Al-Mari, the Commander-in-Chief of Dubai Police, and a number of senior officers. During the meeting, Al-Hashmi reviewed security plans for the event and the force's efforts to address the COVID-19 pandemic. For his part, Lieutenant General Al-Mari reaffirmed Dubai Police's commitments implementing best practices and international standards for the 6-month-long event, which will start next year on the 1st of October. A Dubai visitor has been sentenced to 3 months in jail for offering a police officer a 3,000 dirhams bribe after he was caught without a mask and breaking COVID-19 safety rules. Dubai court fined the 25 or 24-year-old Asian defendant 5,000 dirhams, and he will also be deported after serving his jail term. The incident took place in the Jabal Ali area during the National Sterilization Program back in April. Now, Dubai Economy today fined 5 establishments for not wearing face masks and also for breaking social distancing guidelines. The authority also warned 4 other shops for not applying enough social distancing stickers. Now, as per the official tweet, some of these commercial outlets included a real estate office, a men's salon, travel and tourism agent, as well as a cosmetics shop. Now, besides that, 11 gyms across Dubai were also slapped with fines for violating the COVID-19 safety guidelines. The violations, which included employees' lack of commitment to wearing masks and non-adherence to physical distancing, were spotted while inspecting the fitness centers, which were located in Harlands, Al Ghasses, Al Muhesna, and Al Murar areas. The inspections were conducted by Dubai Economy and Dubai Sports Council to make sure such establishments are committed to the precautionary measures for the safety of the community. Meanwhile, Dubai Economy is urging the public to report any violations through the Dubai Consumer app. The risk of COVID-19 spreading through frozen food packaging is extremely low here in the UAE. That's the word from Dubai Municipality, who stressed that food businesses in the city follow strict protocols and people with illnesses do not work in them. Likewise, the country's food inspection departments follow stringent safety protocols as well. Now, the assurance follows after fears over frozen food packets carrying the contagion was mentioned on China's Disease Control Authority's website. They claim that it is possible for the virus to be transported over long distances through the packages. Now, Dubai's Roads and Transport Authority has inaugurated a set of new generation public bus stations in Al Ghubaiba area with all safety measures in place. The stations are integrated with multi-mass transit means, including the metro, marine transport, and taxis. Also, the design of the buildings is environmentally sustainable and meets the needs of people of determination. What's more, the Al Ghubaiba bus station features office spaces, customer service areas, retail outlets, and restaurants, in addition to 50 slots for buses and 48 slots for vehicles, as well as 60 docking stations for bicycles. The transport hub can handle up to 15,000 passengers per day. Right, let's take a look at global numbers now and get ready for this. COVID-19 infections around the world have now passed 40.4 million, and well over 1.1 million people have died from the virus since the start of the pandemic. That's the latest from Johns Hopkins University's coronavirus tracker that is taking into account official government reports. The U.S. has the highest number of infections, with more than 8.2 million cases, and the death toll there is now over 220,000. The second worst affected country is India, with close to 7.5 million cases, and the death toll there has crossed 115,000. However, on the flip side, in the last 24 hours, India posted its lowest daily coronavirus caseload in nearly 4 months. But the same can't be said for Brazil, as the nation has recorded more than 5.2 million infections and over 154,000 fatalities. Meanwhile, Russia's infection tally hovers around 1.4 million cases, and its death toll has passed 24,000. And finally, Argentina rounds off the 5 worst affected country with 1 million infections and close to 27,000 fatalities. Now, as the world awaits a COVID-19 vaccine, UNICEF has begun laying the groundwork for its rapid delivery by purchasing syringes and other necessary equipment. So as soon as COVID-19 vaccines are licensed for use, the world will need as many syringes as doses. And to begin preparations, this year, UNICEF is stockpiling 520 million syringes in its warehouse, part of a larger plan of 1 billion syringes by 2021. This will guarantee initial supply and help to ensure that syringes arrive in countries before the vaccine does. UNICEF Executive Director Henrietta Fore has said, vaccinating the world against COVID-19 will be one of the largest mass undertakings in human history, and we will need to move as quickly as the vaccines can be produced. Now, besides syringes, UNICEF is also buying 5 million safety boxes so that used syringes and needles can be disposed safely at health facilities. Okay, that's it for now. For more trending news across the UAE, make sure to check out our Twitter and Instagram feeds at Emirates_news. And you can also find me on social media platforms by searching for It's Faraz Javed. Also, the Emirates News team will be back this evening at 7:30 with more updates, including business and sports. We'll see you then. Take care.